A few weeks ago, I posted a video explaining my thoughts on Rank 2.0 and speculated how it actually worked based on the test server. Rank 2.0 is actually just unranked 2.0. It's just the unranked playlist, except you get rewards, not for being good, but just for winning against other people who are just as bad as you are. I was wrong. Sort of. Today we're going to break down exactly how Rank 2.0 works, and most importantly, how to actually get the highest rank you can this season. Also, if you want my sick in-game charm, go subscribe to my Twitch channel to get it, the link's in the description. The biggest thing to know about Rank 2.0 is that your skill is now separate from your rank. This does not mean that your individual performance during a match affects either of the two, they're just separate values that serve two different purposes. Let's start with the skill value. The easiest way to understand this is that your skill is tracked and measured the same way your rank was before in the old rank system. So if you were consistently Plat 3 in the old system, your skill level, which is a hidden value, would be Plat 3 in the new rank system. Now, this value is not static. Based on how much you win or lose and who you win or lose against, that value will change. So again, that's tracked the exact same way as the old system. If my team's hidden skill is much higher than the other team's hidden skill and we lose to that team, our hidden skill will drop a large amount while their hidden skill will go up a large amount because we should have won. The same way that if you were a stack of diamonds playing against a stack of plats in the old rank system, you would lose a lot of MMR for losing to that team. The skill system is also what determines who you play against this season. Matchmaking for ranked is only based on your skill, which is why coppers can play with diamonds and why you might get matched against silvers even though you're in champion. The actual skill of the players you play against should roughly resemble your skill level even though the ranks don't. So now that we understand how your skill is tracked, let's talk about your actual rank. Based on the test server and the overall outrage of the new season, people are confused. I was personally very confused up until Ubisoft actually made this post to explain the system in detail. So everyone's rank now starts at Copper 5 and can then progress through every rank with 5 divisions per rank. Ranked points, known as RP, is what you gain or lose each game depending on whether you win or not. How much RP you gain though is dependent on your rank in comparison to your skill. So if you have the skill of a Platinum 3, however your rank is Bronze 2, you will gain 80 RP per win while only losing 9 per loss. Once you've caught up to your skill level via your rank, in other words your rank is Plat 3 and so is your skill, you will then gain around 40 per win while losing around 30 per loss. This is a specific choice made by Ubisoft to, quote, allow players to always try to aim for a higher rank and improve throughout the season. Now, even though you're only losing 9 per loss at the beginning, it's still important to try and win because losing will also wear down on your skill, meaning your RP will cap sooner if your skill goes down. This will make it harder to rank up later in the season once your rank has caught up to your skill. According to Ubisoft, this does not mean that players will be granted free ranks, since a player who's reached a real rank will probably sit at a win rate of around 50%, but if that player keeps playing, they will probably end the season at a higher rank than their previous season. So it seems like the rank system, while competitive, is much more lenient overall. So no, copper skilled players won't be getting champion. It will be more lenient, however, so they could end up in bronze, silver, or maybe even gold by the end of the season if they played enough and maintained around a 50% win-loss. The other thing to also keep in mind is the introduction of the rank shield that stops you from deranking right away. If your RP is close to 0 and you lose a game that would normally be enough RP to derank you, your RP will stop at 0 and any additional RP you lost that game gets voided so that you stay at your current rank. If you lose again while at 0 RP though, you will derank into the previous division. This makes it an even easier system that's easier to rank up in and harder to derank in. So what happens if your rank becomes much higher than your skill? Well, I'm not really sure. From what it says in the dev blog, it appears that once you're around that plus 40, minus 30 range, it stays that way. Does that mean that anyone who plays enough can hit extremely high ranks even as less skilled players? Well, I'm not sure. What I am sure of is that it's less than a week into the new season as I'm making this, and there are already over 364 champions in the game. Based on just my placement at the end of last season, where I was only slightly above 5,000 MMR, there were about 500 champions in the game at the end of the season. And here's what makes it even worse. Some of, and I would assume most of these champion players in Solar Raid are still gaining incredible amounts of RP while losing much less. Take Senvale here for example. He's champion now, so his rank has caught up to his skill, or so you'd think. But the thing is, he's still gaining 79 RP for a win while only losing 9 for a loss. I'm not sure why that is though. To me, it doesn't really make sense, and it seems excessive for someone who's already the highest rank in the game. So now we're kind of back at square one. It's extremely easy to get the highest rank in the game when you have the highest level of skill. So what does that mean if your skill is slightly less? Are platinums going to be champion, golds, etc.? It seems like there might just be a calculation error in the system somewhere. Like, Is there a conflict here where 4,000 RP is resembling 4,000 MMR from the skill system and trying to push a player like Senvale to 5,000 RP, which would be 5,000 MMR, aka the old ranked champion? I don't know. I think there are a couple different options Ubisoft could implement in order to make the system better. The first would be to adjust the skill rank ratio so that it's more strict. For example, a champ skilled player should start gaining less RP once they hit Diamond 5, and then by the time they hit Champion, they're already at that plus 40, minus 30 RP. The second option would be to implement a whole new system for the way Champion works. Instead of everyone getting a number, only the top 200 or 300 get a number, and there's special rewards for finishing the season in the top of the top. That way there is still something to compete for and work towards once you've hit champion rank. And it especially needs to be fixed that you can still somehow gain 79 RP per game once you're in the highest rank already. We gotta get on that. Basically, if you want to get a high rank this season, play as much as you possibly can. There's no downside to overplaying, and as long as you win more than you lose, you will rank up majorly. So I actually made this entire video and then got some more information and perspectives from fellow R6 players. Firstly, I did get champion, and I can say it was the least satisfying experience I've had ranking up in R6, so that kind of sucks. Well, Chad, I'm champ, and this is definitely the most unsatisfying champion has ever felt. I like rank 2.0. I like how I'm playing my own rank all the time. I just think it's just not strict enough. It's not restrictive enough. It's too easy for like everybody. Secondly, I've been seeing all over Twitter that people are gaining 80 elo per game and then becoming hard stuck once their rank catches up to their skill. So actually the opposite effect from what's happening in Champion. Champions are getting way too much elo, whereas people stuck in silver or gold are about plus 40, minus 40 from what I can tell. So it seems like there actually might be some bugs in the code because it really just isn't making a lot of sense. Either that or their rank is higher than their skill and the game is actively trying to pull those players down, but it's seemingly very inconsistent from player to player and overall just very weird. On top of that, it's actually having the inverse effect from what Ubisoft intended. Instead of players wanting to continue playing and ranking up, people are struggling with being able to rank up at all. Because the skill level is hidden, players don't realize when their skill is increasing and feel more hopeless being stuck in the rank that they are because they start losing more RP the higher their rank becomes, while simultaneously gaining less the more that they win. One other thing we need to talk about is smurfing. Rank 2.0, because of the hidden MMR, was also intended to combat smurfing by introducing the skill level, making every game one that's skill based no matter what your rank is. However, smurfing and boosting is just as easy now as it was before. Because of skill based matchmaking, players can still have those copper level skill accounts while being champion level players to destroy in ranked games against much less skilled players. The quote-unquote copper rank is hidden, but it works just the same. As long as you tank your skill level beforehand, similar to deranking in the previous seasons, you will play much worse players and be able to shit all over them. While yes, you won't rank up as high as you would on a high level skill account, the premise remains the same as smurfing before. You weren't trying to rank up on your smurf account before, you just wanted to beat worse players. The point of these smurf accounts is to pick on the worst players, not rank up as high as you can. Rank 2.0 has not changed that. This new system overall is a bit of a disaster, and in my opinion, it's a much worse version than the rank system we had previously. I do like the rewards, I think that's a great touch, but outside of that, I don't know. If you have any questions on the actual rank system, you can leave them in the comments and I'll try to explain it further, but hey, I don't have all the answers. Leave a like if you like the video, and if you're looking for extra tips and videos to get even better at Rainbow Six Siege, take a look at my Patreon page in the description below. Bye!